Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Fort Worth Roots. This episode's a little different, guys. We kind of did a two-leg segment here. And you'll find out during the episode why we did that. But just kind of giving this thing a shot, trying it out, see what you think about it. By the way, if you ever want to tell me what you think about it, it's media@fortworthroots.com. That's the email. It's always open. It's like Tom Bodette. We're on every one of your favorite podcast players. And if you didn't know this, we have a YouTube channel. And I am not nearly as good at keeping that YouTube channel up to date, but you give me time, I'll put the episode on there. So almost all of our episodes have an associated video on YouTube. None of that matters. Today's guest is a repeat guest, and I'm excited to have him on every time he shows up because it's just a really smooth conversation. It's easy. I don't even have to think about it. I'm not trying to keep the conversation alive. It just kind of flows. It's great. It's wonderful. Give it up for our guest today, the host of the Just Sway podcast and a good friend of mine, Mr. Lucas Peterson. Thank y'all for being here. Let's start the show. I'm going to turn this if you're going to sit there.
Oh, did you want me to sit in that chair?
No, you sit wherever you want. Is that...
I thought you wanted me to sit in this chair.
You sit as close to me. You want to sit in my lap?
No.
You hold Brindle, I'll hold you.
I'm going to push this back a little bit, though.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should... Because I was looking at that. I'm like, if I sit there, I'm going to be... You're going to see my nose.
Kind of centered, I think.
My schnoz.
Your schnoz. So I... Okay. I don't know if we're starting the episode now or not, but...
This is a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, anybody that's ever listened to an episode that's exactly how they describe the show. But we could, we really don't have any plans tonight other than I bought the tickets for the comedy show. So we do whatever we want, and I'm not going to hold you hostage, whatever you're feeling, but you are welcome to stay here tonight. But if we come back here, because this is about 15 minutes from downtown. Okay. So if you wanted to leave from there and go home, you could not catch an Uber back, which is
or you
totally
want me to
fine.
Drive? You want me to drive down there?
We can Uber there. Is that what you want to do?
No.
However you want to do it.
Because I won't drink.
Right.
Even if they have a 2-drink minimum, I'll buy 2 drinks and you can drink them. Let me drive.
They have other drinks too. Like you can have whatever else. Okay. So it doesn't have to be alcoholic. I don't think. But if that's the case, yeah, carry me out on a stretcher. That's fine. We can do that too. But yeah, however you want to do it. So, but if we do end up back here tonight, we could do a recap.
I think we should do that. We should do that. Yes. Okay, I get what you were going at. So, yeah, let's do that. So that's a cool idea.
I just thought about it a little bit ago, and I was like,
it's a good idea.
Float that idea.
Yeah.
We could talk about the guy tonight, if he was awesome, if he sucked.
Yes.
Our favorite jokes.
And how the COVID experience might be different as big comedy fans as we were before, but what it's like post-COVID.
Yeah. And we were just talking about how neither one of us have been to a comedy show in forever.
Let's do that.
I don't think Morgan and I have ever been to a comedy show together.
Really?
Well, she might have gone with me to see Joe Rogan when we first started dating.
Okay.
I don't remember if she was there or not.
I've only been to
Morgan.
3 or 4.
Yeah. Well, I used to go all the time because I lived in Plano.
And where the hell did you go in Plano?
You're in Plano, right?
Yeah.
Addison has improv.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's
a great spot.
Well, it's a great spot because I guess improv is well known to the traveling comedian.
Yeah.
So you get some big names there.
Yep.
And for the longest time, me and my buddy Cody Halford from Abilene, Texas. I always do that when I bring him up.
Does Cody talk slow or something, or what the hell? Why do you always do that?
Slow.
I loved the voicemail. No aside, but I loved the voicemail that he left. And you guys talking. You included it in one of the episodes.
I did. I can't remember which one or even what we talked about. Well, I do remember doing that.
You got too many of them already now.
He was the first one to leave a voicemail.
Was he really?
Pertaining to the show. So.
Pertaining to the show.
Yeah.
Nice addendum.
Well, because I put it out there for so long, you can leave me an MP3 voicemail via email. And if, it pertains to the show, I'll share it.
Yeah.
Trying to get people to like get involved with the show. Not one email, So, which is fine. Don't give me that look of disappointment. It's okay.
No, I'm like disappointing that nobody left a voicemail.
Yeah. Well,
nobody just like had the idea to randomly leave you something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's okay. Let's not guilt them.
You know what I want? I want a voicemail, and this is going to sound bad at first on its face. I want a voicemail from like 5 of your Indian listeners.
No,
and when I say that. Indian, I say Indian.
Yeah.
Indian.
Yeah.
Subcontinent India.
Yeah.
Or is it continent
don't
India?
Get me using big words. But yeah, I noticed lately that the analytics from India aren't really there anymore. But listen, I took a 4-month hiatus.
I'm kind of with you.
I noticed that. Yeah, because I was like, man, what happened? Did I like miss one of Lucas's episodes or something? So, but anyway, so I've got to kind of get the ball rolling in India again, so that's great that Neetu did episode, what is that? Hold on. Jackie was 36, Matt's 37, right? Yeah. And then, so Neetu would be 38. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's right.
I know you just said September.
I always screw that up. Yeah, September 6th is when that one drops. So this one would be the week after that. So whatever that is. Anyway. But that I'm expecting the same fireball to come out of the analytics from last time, because for some reason, and it took me a minute, which is stupid that I didn't think of this, but I'm like, why is India paying so much attention to Fort Worth Roots, a podcast in Fort Worth, Texas? And I thought, you know what? It's Neetu. It's obviously Neetu. She's like top 5 or 6 in the analytics standings.
It's got to be then.
Yeah.
Something's picking it up. Like it's picking the SEO or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's coming out of India, but what my fascination was, what is their fascination with this podcast?
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing how long it took me to connect those 2 dots. So since I had the 4-month hiatus, and India has completely forgotten about the show, apparently, like just judging by the analytics, it's great that Neetu came back on, and she's got a new book dropping, and so it was just perfect timing for both of us.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
That's a good deal. So what's the deal, man? What's going on with your show? Just life? And I understand like how hard that question hits, because for the entire duration that I was not doing the show, I was very upset. Like every Monday that went by, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Another week.
You know what I've done? And I was thinking about this today, in thinking about knowing that we were going to talk about this, because I was like,
yeah.
When you asked me if we wanted to record, I was like, hell yeah. And then I was like, I know exactly what we're going to end up talking about. I'm like, look at Andrew.
Well, it's both of us. We both did it, right?
Taking a hiatus and then still cranking out stuff, which is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm all about that. But I was like, I know we're going to talk about that. I think what I've done at this point, because I have so much recorded, I don't know, I shouldn't say it that way. I could probably put out as many episodes tomorrow with what I have recorded with what I have now.
No shit.
Yeah, which might be a mistake.
You're overwhelmed.
Yes. I'm at the point where I'm like, what to do, where I'm like, I don't want to touch it because it's a lot.
Yeah.
And that's a bad place to be.
But I get it. And I kind of did the same thing, but it was just life. It wasn't that I had I did. And that might have been part of it, because I had Clint and Brandon, the filmmakers. I had Jackie. I had Matt. I still have Matt, and that gets released Monday. But it just, damn. You've got more material than I do, but that right there was a big enough chunk that it added to the stress. I get it.
I don't understand what the mental stuff is behind there, like why that creates a challenge.
Right.
But I know it creates a challenge within me, and I'm like, okay, now this is actually helping today, though, like in delving into that. And like, why am I putting this off? Why am I not doing this? I'm not quitting.
Right.
I'm not stopping.
Right.
That's not happening.
Oh, hell no.
Anytime soon. I have no intention. I've never even really felt like I wanted to quit or not do it. It's just like, oh, I have this, and then after that I have that, and then after that I have that, and I keep doing that in my head, and I'm like, and then I don't want to even do the first step, and that's why I don't.
Intimately, I understand that, and we might be a lot alike in this regard because that affects me in a lot of things in life, like going to the gym or filing my taxes. I'm not kidding. It's August.
Allegedly.
No, it's going to get done. The IRS already knows.
Okay.
I filed an extension.
Okay, perfect.
But it's August, and I have a meeting with my CPA Sunday. I know it's not great.
Oh, well.
But I'm telling you, it's the same thing because it's like, oh, my God, I don't know. Like, how much are they going to, get me for this year and on and on. Oh, can I afford to do my taxes right now? Like, what's going to happen? Oh, my God. And every month that goes by, you get fined a little bit.
Oh, right? Really?
So I'm digging myself a deeper hole, and there might not have even been a hole there to begin with. So, I mean, I do it all the time. So I was not a stranger to this whenever I started going through my little 4-month no podcast thing. I got it. I already knew what was going on. I'm like, I just have to start. I just have to get in there. And so whenever I went to do my show notes for the last 2 episodes, I opened up the folder and, oh, God, I already have the show notes. Like I'd already gone back and did all the research and put the links together and the descriptions and everything. Like I was getting ready to do it. I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
So weird. Like I've already done the recording. I've already done the show notes. All I got to do is pull out the super easy to use Rodecaster and record. Hey, it's Fort Worth Roots.
I know.
I hate my voice.
No, you don't.
I do.
Do you really? Do you still find that?
It's not so much my voice, and like I can already tell. Me and you sitting here just talking and hanging out, like, and me and you have interacted so many times. There's zero nerves with this at all.
With you and I,
Yeah,
right now, yeah,
absolutely. So it's not an issue, but like some people that I'm not as familiar with, or whenever I'm sitting in there and I've got a wall in front of me and my computer and it's just me in a room being stupid, recording my own voice. That's kind of the place I go to.
Yeah.
I feel so fake. And then like sometimes I'll go back and I'll listen to these recordings and I'll be like, that's not me. Why am I talking like that? Like I sound like such an idiot.
For your intros or the outros, you think you do?
Yeah. So I pick myself apart, and even in some of the recordings with my guests, yeah, most of them, if not all of them, I'm just like, God, I can't stand this guy talking about me, you know? So, but I feel so much better sitting here with, and yesterday with Nitu, it was way better the second time sitting down with her than it was the first. So I just, man, if I could just do return guests from now on, but I only have,
if I could just do return guests.
Yeah. At this stage in the game, it's hard to just do return guests. At this point.
How many times? I've lost track now. What is this going to be? How many times have you and I sat and recorded?
I don't know.
4?
And
3? 4?
Usually before a guest gets here, I'll listen to the last episode, and I wasn't worried about it.
Good.
No, I mean, not to be insulting at all, because I knew tonight was about hanging out and just seeing you and just catching up and
having fun.
And then I had this idea. I'm like, Lucas is coming. We got to do a recording.
Just shoot the shit and record it.
We got to watch the time too, because we got a comedy show. If we got to get there no later than 8:00, like 8:00, they will sell our tickets.
Okay. So you said we need to leave here by.
Let's see. It's 6:30 right now.
So we got an hour.
We have
There's a giant clock right to your left. This is your house.
Well, I didn't put
but
that
it's in
clock
my
there.
line of
I promise
sight.
you, my first house, I'd been living there for over a year. And I had my buddy, Cody Hallford from Abilene, Texas, his bachelor party, right? And so they came up to Fort Worth, him and all his homies. Shout out to Premier Martial Arts. I think they all go to the same gym. And anyway, so all these like cage fighters with their chewed up ears show up at my house, and I'm like, all right, it's time to rage. And we go out and we go through 7th Street, and I don't think we went to the Stockyards. And then we end up at Eagle's Nest over on Boat Club Road. And you're not a Fort Worthite?
Just from driving.
Fort Worthian?
No. But
I'm not sure what we call ourselves.
What the hell are you?
I'm gonna have to research that. Anyway, so we're over there and we're kind of closing out the night. These guys wanted to party all night. It's already midnight. We're listening to a cover band at this bar close to my house, and we get back there. This was a really long story to tell you something very basic, and I'm sorry.
Context. It's all about context.
Anyway, we get back to the house. It's late. We're finishing off a bottle of something that we had started with at the beginning of the night. And somebody asked me, like, hey, man, so how long have you, when did you move in? And I don't know, it's been almost 2 years. And he's like, what? The walls are bare. There's nothing. There's hardly any furniture in the house. I mean, it's a 2,000 square foot home. I've got a couch. I think I had a couch. I had a round chair. That was the first thing I bought. It was a round swivel chair, like sofa chair. And there were, zero on the walls. Nothing.
Was this single male couch single male home? That's why?
It's a bachelor pad. Okay. Yeah. There's nothing. There's a big ass TV.
Yep, you got to go with the TV. Gotta have the big TV.
You know, it had 2 floors. I don't think I hung anything on the wall. Now, if you went into my office, I had this huge office. It was supposed to be a secondary dining room. Shit all over the walls. Awards and big framed copies of the DFW. I can't remember the name of the Dallas News, but DFW newspaper from an article they'd done on the airport.
That was in your Austin place.
Yeah, all over the walls.
It had related to your mom.
My mom framed them.
Yeah,
and she gave those to me. And I can't remember if it was a birthday present or a Christmas present or just hey, here's these.
They were cool stories though, and they were so old.
They're really
from like
cool
1968.
And I wish I could remember some of it, but I think they're 1990. I think.
Were they?
Yeah.
68, 90. What's that 22-year difference make?
Interchangeable dates for sure.
Nothing changed in that time frame.
You could be right.
I would bet you. This is funny because it's your stuff, and I would bet you it's 1968.
Well, here's something to your credit. So the one article that I can remember, or the part of the article, because I think it's one big article broken up into 3 different frames, but it says Texas... smallest big airport or something like that, talking about how much work comes out of this airfield even though it's so small. And I think DFW is either the 2nd or 3rd largest airfield in the world now, or at least the country.
Not airport.
Big. No,
not airport, but airfield. And when you consider airfield, it's actually, and I know these weird statistics just from driving Uber because people would throw out random shit, and I loved it. Let me mention another one when I get this one out. It's the same size as Long Island.
No shit.
Yes, the square mileage is the same size as Long Island.
Damn.
Like that. It's not a triangle. It's like a pentagon.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
So they were really smart. I think that's freaking brilliant the way they built that because they have so much room to now expand south, and they are.
Right.
They just so we've got F concourse that's in construction.
Terminal
or F terminal. Sorry. Yeah. There's E.
I didn't even know they were finished with E.
Yeah.
And they were updating Alpha or Charlie, A or C. One of those was getting upgraded. E was not done in construction last time I was there.
E wasn't done?
No.
How the hell long ago were you there?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
That's the international terminal.
Is it really?
Yeah. Oh. That's the one the big ones fly out of.
Then. But that E is the pretty one, right? Like all the beautiful like glass and
yes.
Okay.
I like E.
Last time I was going through E, it was under some heavy construction. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. But it was so pretty, I just assumed it was the newest one.
Was it Christmas time? Was there a lot of Germans?
Anytime there's Germans, I just black out and I can't remember shit. I don't know.
That was a Die Hard 2 reference.
Oh, no. And now I'm like scrambling trying to think of Die Hard 2.
Come on, don't fail me now.
I can't. I don't know.
Don't fail me now.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
No, that was the first one.
Oh, shit.
He might have dropped it in the second one.
I'm not
he did. Entirely sure. The second one was at the airport. Mm-hmm. And see, it's a horrible movie. Except I like it because it's at the airport.
It's not as good as the first one because the first one's,
oh gosh,
how are you going to beat that?
Yeah.
But the second one I feel like was more iconic.
In what way?
There's just a lot more there's a lot more. I feel like there's more character development. There's more to the storyline. I mean, Nakashami Tower or
Yep.
something
Nakatomi
like that.
Plaza.
Nakatomi Plaza. Jesus Christ.
I watch it every Christmas.
Okay.
Every Christmas. Shout out to Megan.
Great.
We watch it every Christmas.
And we shall watch it again.
Yes.
Okay. Christmas at your house.
I don't know why that's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. And
but it's
anybody that
bizarre.
says otherwise is wrong.
Just because it happened during, like, that is the most bizarre Christmas movie ever.
Which is part of why it's so iconic.
Well, that's the first one. You're talking about the second one.
Didn't that also happen at Christmas?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
But why is that one more iconic than the first one?
Boy, what's old homeboy's name with the Red Ryder BB gun and the lamp shaped like a leg?
Oh God! And that one is on that. Well, that's A Christmas Story.
He better watch his ass because Die Hard is going to take the #1 place.
No, that's on for 24 hours every
I know.
Christmas
What
on
channel?
TNT.
TNT. Yeah,
You know,
just on repeat. It's a long ass movie too.
Yes, it's like I love A Christmas Story. Don't get me wrong, but it's man, we've really gone off on like 13 different topics.
It does not matter.
Okay.
I'm here with Lucas Peterson.
I wanted to get to the other piece of trivia about DFW.
Okay.
So you know how you have to pay to go through there? You have to pay just to get it. So for anyone listening, you go.
No. I don't have shit to say. Just objections.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's bullshit.
Anyone listening, if you even just go to pick up somebody at DFW, you have to pay $2. If you're there for 15 minutes to half an hour, it's going to cost you $2. If you're there less than 15 minutes, it's $4. You know why? This is a segment. Because they think you're driving through.
So it's now a toll road for you.
Yeah. Yep.
No, nobody's. Can you get through that in 4 minutes? It's a stretch.
No, in less than 15 minutes.
Oh, less than okay.
0 to 15 or 14 is $4, and if you're at 15 to 30, it's $2.
So there's some more trivia. In the middle of your trivia is, by the way, it might take you 10 minutes to drive from the north to the south end.
Probably, yeah, maybe so.
Or, man, I don't know, 8 minutes maybe.
Yeah, but
it's
don't
surprising.
speed through there.
Oh,
that's
no.
a bad place to speed.
Yeah, you will get pulled over.
Yeah,
for sure.
Those people will nail you.
Cops that just sit there. They got a northbound and a southbound patrol, and they are going to pull you over.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it's okay. So they charge you. It sucks because they charge you just to go in there and pick somebody up, and you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
$1 million a day that place collects in tolls.
I always wondered because you pull up to if you don't have the toll tag, because if you do, you can just pull up, it scans it, you go through, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then if you don't have the toll tag, you got to go through the ticket thing.
Yes.
Right?
Which is a pain.
And you got people blowing through the toll tag lanes, which I think there's only 2. Right? 2 or 3?
No, there's more than that.
There's
like 8.
Oh, that's right. Okay, some of them are like multifunction.
Yeah.
Okay, so even some of those toll tag lanes will load up because people don't know what they're doing. And they'll go up there and they'll pay with their card. And so now that toll tag lane is closed off. It will load up. You'll have like 10, 12 cars in each lane. And I think there's at least 2 dedicated toll tag only lanes, right?
Oh, there's at least 2.
Yeah.
And then there's at least 2 of them that are cash only too.
You're right.
Like on the farthest side, with somebody standing in there.
Yeah, it's an Amish person. He got there on a cart, and they're only taking cash.
And he works an abacus.
Hold on, don't rush me.
He could probably do that faster, actually.
Maybe there are some people that definitely.
Yeah, they can do that really quickly.
I feel like I saw a video or something on that.
On an abacus? Have you ever used an abacus?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't used a calculator.
If you've used an abacus, please shout out.
If the numbers go over 20, I'm out of fingers and toes. I'm out, Somebody else is going to have to take over now. Really showing my driving knowledge, I guess. Well, okay, so I got one for you.
Uh-huh.
There is it's called the Donut, and it, I think it's out. Maybe not. It's either just outside. Hold on. Recalibrating. Shit.
Recalculating?
This might be Love Field, actually. I'm racing here. I'm trying to remember.
Cough.
Shit.
The Donut.
Yeah, what I'm trying to remember is there is I can't remember which airport I was at. I was flying to Florida, and there was a Hilton. Was it a Hilton? I think it was a Hilton.
Was this in Austin?
No. Oh shit! That's it. This was
damn
Austin.
it.
That's all right. So it's not related. Anyway, you got any more trivia about the FW,
No.
and then I'll move on. Okay. All right. Well, this is cool.
Where's the crash?
No,
Where's
we don't
the
have
crash
a crash.
one?
We don't have
Damn
a crash, especially when we're talking about airports, bro.
Oh yeah, shit.
Okay, so totally unrelated, but here we go on the next rabbit trail.
All right.
So at Austin's airport, right across a grass field / there's a parking lot. Also, there is there's a Hilton, and this thing is called, or at one point was called, the Donut, and it is a complete circle around, and then at one point in the middle of this thing was a huge courtyard. Okay, and whenever it had the courtyard before the Hilton bought it, this was a United States Air Force headquarters office, and I can't remember which division or whatever, but anyway, they occupied this space for a very long time, and this building is just weird as shit. Like, you look at it and you're like, that's not a Hilton. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's not a hotel. And you walk in, hotel, and it's nice, and I had a good time, and they got good food. The chicken wings are incredible.
Highly recommended.
Yeah. I think I probably, knowing me, probably got the lemon pepper, can't remember, or Parmesan garlic. Those are my two go-tos. No, I remember now. It was the barbecue.
Oh God, he's got 3 go-tos.
No. That was like, I think they probably didn't have lemon pepper.
Oh, okay. So it's a matter of elimination.
So what they did whenever they bought this thing is they covered the middle of the donut with a like dome. I think it's glass. I want to say it was, but I don't remember.
Like, so for a courtyard, so it's an indoor courtyard now.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So wall to wall, the entire circle is enclosed now. But I just thought it was incredible that was an old military building that is now a Hilton right next to the airport.
Yeah.
So I did some reading on it because I actually ended up staying there
I know this story
because there was a holdover. My flight got canceled because of a storm or whatever. And which story?
That story of you running back and forth to the airport and then staying there and then working on the episode or something.
Right.
You were like, oh shit, I forgot my laptop charger.
That's right.
I don't even know if I can write my intro or edit my show. Okay. Damn it.
You're right.
You were so frazzled.
Yeah. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah. Yep. You were talking to me as you were like running somewhere. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
It was like a Sunday morning or something too.
Yeah.
Or a weekend morning.
I bet it was a Sunday because, shit.
No, it had to be a morning because I was at home.
Yeah. Well, it was morning.
The sun was up. I was at home and I wasn't going to work. Mm-hmm. It has to be a weekend.
Damn.
Let's
not get hung up on that detail because I'm no help here, obviously. So anyway, yeah, I think I can't remember what time I was at the airport, but anyway, they kept moving the flight back in like 30-minute increments. I'm like, well, shit. Now it's, and I'm communicating with this with my friends because they're leaving out of another airport from another city. And I'm like, well, my flight got, moved back. No big deal, whatever. And they said, well, ours is on time. I said, well, wait, because it's coming. Florida was the problem. Mm-hmm. Otherwise they could have just routed around it probably, but Florida had a huge storm over it. So might want to edit that out.
Mark.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do. Scream into the thing.
Mark!
Yep. And get a big spike.
Susan! I don't know.
You've got this thing. You can also do a fucking check somewhere in here.
Where's that?
Right there.
Oh. What did it do?
It checked your audio file to show that you can, or to show where your marks are.
You want to come over every Friday? All right, so back to the riveting story. My flight keeps getting pushed back, and finally they just cancel the damn thing. And I'm like, shit, I've taken time off work. I had plane tickets, and I got people that are going to be meeting me in Orlando. So I'm like, well, what do? I can't just be like, maybe next time, right? There's too much on the line here. So I'm like, all right, well, I talked to the ticket lady. She's like, well, we can get you in at like 3 o'clock tomorrow or something. It was going to be like 24 hours. I'm like, are you shitting me? So the Uber ride, because I didn't want to park my motorcycle at the airport, I'm like, well, I'll just get an Uber ride, right? I don't have to worry about the bike the whole time I'm gone and all that shit. So I'll just get an Uber ride. This will be better. I have to pay for parking anyway.
Yeah.
So I get the Uber ride, and it's like $70, $80.
From your place to the airport? Yeah, it would be.
At least, right?
Yeah.
So
in Austin, yeah.
Right. So then I'm like, all right, so I get the Uber there, and now I don't have a vehicle. The flight got canceled. I'm going to be sitting there for a day. I'm burning vacation hours from work. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay at the donut. At the time, I didn't know it was the donut, but I had some time to figure that out, right? And so I get there. I took the shuttle. I waited on the shuttle for like an hour because I had no idea how close it was. I get on the shuttle, and I'm on the shuttle for maybe 2 minutes, maybe. And, shuttles don't go fast. And we get there, and I'm just like, really? So hotel stuff happens, and I'm talking to somebody on the phone, and they're like, one of the people in my group, they're like, why don't, call the help desk. See if they can't get you an earlier flight. That's insane. They should be able to, because our flight is leaving at whatever. And I'm like, all right. So I call the help desk. I'm online for like a couple of hours trying to work that out. And finally, I somehow or another, no, I don't figure it out. My friends figure it out. And they're like, I see 2 tickets right now online. And my money's already in the system. So I'm not going to buy 2 more tickets. So I sprint across this field to make sure that somebody else didn't nab these tickets up. And I'm going to show the clerk at the terminal or ticket counter or whatever, hey, look, here's the ticket. It leaves at this time in the morning. Can I get this flight? Because for whatever reason, they couldn't pull it off their system. So, yeah, I'm running across this field like a maniac. And TSA.
Shit.
Yeah. Intercepts me. Because, I look like a madman, I'm sure. I'm running in clothes not meant for running. And I'm sprinting across the field.
Are your arms waving?
Yeah, above my head. And I'm doing high knees, No, I'm running like an idiot. Anyway, this guy. So I see TSA on the truck, and he's coming at me. I'm like, I'm fucked. This is
federal offense.
Yeah, I don't know. I screwed up. Go in jail forever. Whatever. This is probably the way it should end. Probably. And he comes up and he rolls his window down. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, yeah, I just tickets and shit. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Hey, have a good day." Or I said, "Have a good day." And he goes to drive, and I went, "Hey!" I screamed at him, and I'm like, probably shouldn't have done that. He might kill me. I don't know. I don't know how the TSA works on the outside, away from the metal detector.
They're not even armed.
Are they not?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I bet you that guy was. He looked like he was armed.
If they're in a perimeter, you would hope that they are.
I hope that guy's armed.
If they're listening,
TSA.
Note.
I hope you got guns, bro.
Yeah. Somebody there has to.
Especially on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
At any rate, I scream at him. I'm like, are there any fences in between me and the terminal? And he goes, no, man, you're good. And I'm like, sweet. So I just...
You mean the terminal to enter the front door? Not the tarmac.
No.
Let's clarify.
Yeah.
Is there any barrier between me and the planes that carry people?
Because I got a bag.
Yep. No. This has to get on that plane. Are you on that plane? No.
This got weird really quick.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have anything in my hands. I think I still had my cell phone and my wallet and my room key. But I was trying to travel light, because I was sprinting across a TSA-controlled field. So I get there, and there's a fucking bridge that goes off the... It's weird the way they got this thing set up, but the TSA agent told me, directions. So I get to the parking garage, and there's, a little fence, and you got to go this way and that way. And I made it happen. But as soon as I got there, the lady was able to use the... Okay, so from her system, she couldn't see shit. When I took the app on my shitty little phone and I showed it to her, she took the code off of something and she was able to pull that ticket. And I'm like, cool. you mean I had more access to your system than you did? She's like, yep.
I guess. What airline?
I can't remember. I want to say it was, who's Love Field? Is that Southwest?
Southwest, yeah.
I think that's who it was.
Okay.
I'm almost certain. Yeah.
We will not disparage. We'll just say they did a good job. You got your ticket. You got to where you needed to go.
If you've been following Southwest Airlines on the stock market, you know that it's a solid company. Mm-hmm. And I'm just waiting for that bitch to dip.
Actually,
get in.
Actually,
a dividend. It's a dividend stock.
Not even following them on the stock market, but they're one of the longest profitable airlines.
I love it. If I have my choice, I'm going to fly Southwest, and they don't always make me happy. Okay, but I'm a realist. I've been on the customer service side of things. You can't make everybody happy. Shit's going to happen. But the way they respond to things, the way they react to issues, it's positive. And I don't know. F it. I like them. You gotta root for one airline, right?
Well, they're the little guy, or they used to be the little guy.
Yeah.
They're not so much anymore.
Does anybody else fly out of Love Field?
Delta has a few flights, and then Virgin, which is now Alaska.
Did Virgin get bought?
Well, they merged.
Oh, shit. With Alaska?
One of the two, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Where you been?
Well, I pretty much disappeared for 4 months. It's not
that's a long time ago.
It's not just that I'm a character on a podcast. I literally disappeared for 4 months. I had no life. It was just like dealing with shit, and now I'm back.
They have all but 4 gates.
Wow.
And the reason, I think there is a reason, but I can't specify it in my head right now. They tried to get all of them, and they got barred from doing that.
Who tried to get all of them?
Not Love. Love is their got an internal kind of name.
Right.
Southwest.
Yeah.
I thought
Southwest owned that airport.
No, it's the city of Dallas.
Oh, that's right. Right. That's okay. Because there was that big stink about there was a
Wright Amendment.
The Wright Amendment?
Yep. So until
start from the beginning.
That's a tough one.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I can start from the beginning.
Usually
to a certain degree.
We got plenty of time, but
it won't take that long.
Yeah, we're good.
When Herb Kelleher started Southwest Airlines, the guy that was on the other side, and now I'm blanking on his name, but his direct competitor didn't really want him there, right? He didn't want him there. But Herb Kelleher just literally flew from Dallas to Houston to San Antonio.
Okay.
And if you look at those cities on a map, it's just a triangle.
Yeah.
That whole airline was born on the back of a napkin between Herb Kelleher and I can't remember the other guy's name. Hold on, I got to put Dougie down.
Yeah, you don't have to hold her.
There we go.
That's Brindle.
Okay. And so he drew this. Well, his competitor said, "Okay, you go ahead," but he lobbied in the Texas legislature, got the Wright Amendment passed to where any flight that originated in Texas had to first stop in Texas. And it might just be in Dallas. So until 5-6 years ago?
Is that why we have to stop in Austin to
That's
go
why
anywhere?
They used to. Yeah, they don't anymore. That got repealed.
When?
5-6 years ago, right around the time I moved here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that stupid?
Well,
what sense does that make?
That's really that's terrible. And of
awful.
course, nobody knows. You just assume that it's like, oh, it's a connecting flight. Wow, that's...
The whole reason they did that is that's what it was. It first had to make a stop in Texas, somewhere else. So that's why they'd always have to do that. They'd have to go to Houston.
Just to fuck up that dude's triangle.
Yep. Well, just to try to diminish his airline. They're like, oh, you can be this little regional carrier, but once you start trying to go other places, no one's gonna want to fly from Dallas to Houston to go to Vegas. Why would you do that?
What a weird, stupid ass thing to even approve. Obviously, you got people on the take, right?
Yeah. It's all about money and who that. I can't remember who his competitor was. I'm blanking on the name. They're right across from, or they used to be right across.
I certainly don't know.
Guess how popular they are now?
Brindle. Okay.
She got a pee?
Here's the flag. I hit the flag.
Did we generally have a topic of conversation
Absolutely
we were following?
Not. No.
Is that the way you want it?
Yes.
Okay.
I swear to God, if that camera's not recording, I'll kill somebody.
It's blinking red.
Okay, we're good.
Are you going to put that stuff on the camera? No. You're going to edit that part out.
So like the Patreon thing, I don't bother with the camera, but I do put the raw audio on them.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't do anything with it. And that's supposed to be the perk. Like you can listen to the unedited full version and
the bloopers.
Yeah.
This is,
if you want to.
I mean, it wasn't really a blooper, but.
Yeah, it was. Oh, so yesterday with Nitu, some kid, door-to-door salesman, which I swear to God, since I got back from Austin, it's never happened. Not one time has anybody knocked on that door. Because what psychopath in the middle of COVID pandemic would go door knocking?
No.
Not only that, he knocks on the door and he stands right there in the doorway.
Dude,
no
back
mask,
up.
no nothing. Which, I'm not super heavy on the mask, but if you're a salesman, you need to be kind of in tune with your audience.
Yeah.
And if you don't know these people, and I didn't know this kid, he's just standing there, no mask, nothing. And I'm thinking, what happens when he goes next door to the lady that just had someone die or, whatever, and she's super, terrified of the virus?
Yeah.
And I told the kid, too. I said, hey, you might want to, put a mask on if you're going to go seeing strangers in the middle of a pandemic. And he was like, oh, yeah, I totally got one in my car. I was like, you totally need to put it on your face.
Yeah, it doesn't do much good there.
This is a terrible idea. No one gives a shit what you're selling. I'm sorry.
What was he selling?
I don't think I said that part of it. But the mask thing, I was like, this is, you should really probably consider that.
What was?
I can't remember. I wasn't listening. I told him this is a terrible time.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of an episode or a recording. So anyway.
Is he selling book of the month club or something?
No idea.
Jelly of the month?
Whatever it was worthless. And that poor kid has been duped into thinking he's selling something.
Was it a fundraiser?
It wasn't a fundraiser. Come on.
Was he a high school kid or?
No, he was in his mid-20s.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's really odd.
Grungy kid, no mask. I don't know.
Huh.
And I'm serious. I'm not going to, obviously, we're sitting here and we're not masked up. We're obviously 6 feet apart, but because we're gentlemen, and that's what gentlemen do. Anyway.
That was funny. Because we're gentlemen.
It's like,
with this weird face.
Adjust things.
No, I'm like prim and proper. Ooh, let me hide my tattoos. Is that a ungentlemanly thing, do you think?
I think if fucking tattoos were as popular as they are now, back then, you wouldn't be a gentleman if you didn't have them.
Oh.
Because for a long time, well, seriously, for a long time, tattoos were taboo, and only degenerates and felons and motorcycle riders, all these awful people.
All those awful people.
Or people that stayed up too late or ate too much sugar. Those were the only awful people that had tattoos. And then it became so socially acceptable. Now people that vape and attend... Oh, help me here. I'm thinking of trendy weirdos.
Attend Whole Foods.
Yeah, people with Whole Foods gift cards in their pocket.
They have tattoos.
I
work next door to a Whole Foods.
So I think gentlemen, if tattoos were as popular as they are now, would definitely have them.
Yeah, the thing used to be you had to either be a hooker, a sailor, or a prisoner.
Yes.
All those people. If you had a tattoo, you were probably one of those things.
Yeah. Which, in a different life, I think I've been all of those.
In a different walk? At once?
Different life.
Different life.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I was also a porcupine once. I don't know. I just say shit at this point.
That was great.
Let's get out of here.
Have you ever seen a porcupine in the woods?
No.
This is random. This is what we do.
Okay.
Okay, so being from Minnesota,
all right,
deer hunting,
Minnesota.
They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you.
They don't have a predator.
Well, they must. Something bears through that.
The honey badger. God,
I don't even know if those are in
so many tangents.
Dude, they will hang out on the side of a tree and you will walk by and they will look at you and you're like, oh boy,
sup?
You are a porcupine, and they don't care. Mm-hmm. They'll just look at you like they're not afraid of you. You can tell they're not afraid of you.
I don't think they have a natural predator. Or
maybe they don't.
Regular. Yeah.
And then people also have the misconception that they shoot their quills at you. They don't. They just swing their tail.
That's tarantulas. You know why they have that misconception?
Yeah,
it's
why?
Because of a Disney movie called Homeward Bound, and there was a scene.
You're right.
Where it looked as if the coils had been shot at Chance.
Damn.
Oh,
you
yeah.
remember, this made an impression. Was that the movie with Michael J. Fox as like one of the
He was
voices?
Chance, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know who played Shadow. I don't know who played Shadow.
Was Shadow the boxer dog or
No,
terrier?
That's
Chance.
That's Chance. And then the golden something. I can't remember what kind of breed that is, but
How many golden retriever?
no.
Okay.
Something else. Anyway, beautiful dog. Maybe it was a golden retriever. Shit, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know who that voice was. Sassy, no idea.
Is that the cat?
That was a cat.
Okay.
Yeah. Was there a third dog? No, it was a cat.
No. 2 dogs, 1 cat. Yeah. 3 animals.
Anyway, porcupines.
Yes. Porcupines. Homeward Bound, man, I haven't thought of that movie in a long time.
When we get back, we should watch that movie, bro.
No, you know what's even better? I got a topper. Maybe for me, in my mind.
Yeah.
Milo and Otis. Come on.
Bro, that's
Homeward Bound?
great movie, but I can watch Homeward Bound and not cry.
You cry at Milo and Otis?
Oh. No, I'm thinking of Marley and Me.
Yes, not the same. No, okay.
Yeah. No, Milo and Otis
Like,
is
where
the
are
shit.
you crying?
Yeah, Milo and Otis is the shit. You're right. I guess I decided you were going to say Marley and Me. I don't know.
That was great.
Yeah. I'm not going to watch that movie again. Marley and Me?
I don't know if
can't
I've
do
seen
it.
that.
Oh, dude. You ever had a dog that you lost?
I've not owned yes, I have. 2.
You were not going. There's no effing way you're going to make it through Marley and Me without losing your shit.
Why does it have to be a dog? Why not a cat?
Because
it's a dog in the
Nobody
movie?
connects with a cat the way they do with a dog.
Oh,
Fight
come
me.
on.
Fight me. I'm sorry. I just...
This is the first point of friendship disagreement, Andrew.
We'll get through this.
We have the rest of the night to sort this shit out.
We have 20 minutes to get to the... Wait, is that right?
I don't know. This is your clock,
I
man.
do digital better. No, we're good.
That was great.
We're good. Do you need food?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't need food.
Okay. Do you need another
Not
beach
yet.
vibe?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's literally called Peach Vibe, too. I love that. I thought you said Beach Vibe.
I did.
But it is Peach Vibe.
Okay. Not a sponsor. BT Dubs.
No. But Celsius is one I've been wanting to try because of Jeff's recommendation.
Yeah. Shout out, Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff. You should dude, you should have Jeff on.
What's Jeff about?
So Jeff's a hairstylist. That's Megan's boss.
Okay, you're losing
My
me,
friend.
but continue.
No, why'd I lose you?
Is it hairstylist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff is cool.
Okay, Jeff's cool.
Yeah, Jeff is really.
Right.
He's been on the other podcast I did. Oh, I'm sure you've heard him. So Jeff won't give a shit if I share this story because it's obviously public. Because he was. Do you remember now?
You told me about this.
Oh God!
So you hung out with Jeff, right?
Yes, he came over.
It got kind of crazy.
It got crazy, and Jeff knows it got crazy. There was parts of that episode that weren't aired as crazy as it got. I'll tell you later because
You
I
told
will
me
not
some of it.
embarrass.
I don't remember, but yeah.
Oh man, but Jeff is a hoot. So we do a guys' night. We try to do it every week, at least 2 or 3 times a month.
Yeah.
He invited me to his guys' night every Wednesday. He's like standing invitation. He cooks. He like does all this stuff. He's a great guy. He's like 10 minutes from our place.
Okay.
Not this hour and a half bullshit.
Dude, I know.
Just kidding.
That's the hardest part of us getting together because
No, it's not.
Well, it is.
Now,
Dude, if we lived next door, we'd hang out every day.
yeah, you get sick of me. You get sick of me.
Nah, you get sick of me. I promise. Morgan can confirm this. She'll get sick.
Morgan?
Cody Halford from Abilene, Texas, can confirm this.
I gotta meet Cody sometime. Anyway.
Yeah, we should do I'm gonna need more headsets
I got some more.
This thing only hooks up 4 headsets.
Yeah.
Now I own 3 of these.
Okay.
And
I got 3.
Now and I can give the guests, like whoever else, three headsets. So we could have 3 people here, and I'll do the mic, and I've got another like headphones.
Yes.
My question is, eventually, I would like to be set up so that I can have as many people on here as I want.
You're going to need some other equipment.
We're going to need a bigger boat. Shout out Ruby.
I don't know that one.
Ruby Weston. She's been a
did she say
return
that?
guest. Ruby Weston's been on twice. Episode 6.
Oh, Jaws. Yes, you guys had the whole conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get the movie reference. That's why. I was like,
yeah.
Ruby, what? Goonies? Rubies? One-Eyed Jack? What? This is my brain. Speaking of how wacky my brain is, when you're talking about the sales guy, the thought it's fun to sometimes share weird moments that go through your head when just randomly.
I have to be careful though, because I don't want to get locked up. But yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
This exactly. No, I totally agree. So I'm walking up. This poor sales guy is walking up to random houses all over.
Today?
Yes, I'm walking up and just thinking about the sales guy walking up to bunches of houses. I'm walking up to one house that I have the address to
that you've
been to before, long time ago, thinking, okay, this looks familiar. I think this is right. I think this is my friend Andrew's house. And I'm literally 3 steps from the door going, if I ring this doorbell and the guy answers and blows my head off, I've had a pretty good life. That was my thought. I was like, if he just shoots me, I hope it's with a shotgun and I don't feel anything. And I'm in Texas, so I'm like, this is a possibility.
Yeah.
This is my thought. And then as soon as I heard your voice, like that little bit of anxiety went away.
Ruger, no.
But nobody's ever answered the door and like been like, get the fuck out. Where does that come from? It's so weird.
Because I've actually done that kid's job before. I worked for I worked for 2 different roofing companies, very briefly, just trying it out.
Yeah,
and I did it, and I put some roofs on, and did a great job, and by my account anyway. And but the door knocking thing was just a no for me. But I did do it several times, and I had people threaten me with physical violence, to which I said, "Yeet yeet, MFer." Bring it on. But no, I left. I left with my dignity intact so that I didn't get beat the shit down by a 60-year-old man from whatever nearest
West Virginia
war scenario he might have come from. I don't know.
Persian Gulf.
Yeah, Persian Gulf. That's it. That's the one.
What? I don't know. Whatever. We'll go with it.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. And that's great that you have that Zen shit about you. I have adopted that probably over the last couple of years. But whenever you're like, damn, what's this thing inside me that hurts real bad? It's probably like the worst form of incurable cancer. I've had a really good life. I've had a really good life. That's it. That's all. Just to be able to do that. But I don't know. Maybe a psychiatrist would be like, actually, that's not healthy. Or I don't know.
I was kind of like, is this one of those moments I need to listen to? Like, you know how they always say, trust your gut? Like, should I be trusting my gut at this moment?
Right,
should I call Andrew and say, will you look out your window?
Am I about to get shot? I don't know.
Am I at the right house? Will you look for a little black car?
I would have thought no less of you, for sure. No, that's prudent. I mean, for sure, like in Texas, in this day and age, like it's okay to be a little concerned about opening the wrong door and being shot to death. I mean, that's...
Well, I wasn't going to walk in. I was still ringing the bell, you know?
I'll be honest with you, because you were, in my mind, you were about 10 minutes early from what I thought, because I thought I still had some time to mill around and get things set up. And when you rang that doorbell, I was like, is this that fucking sales guy?
You almost got the shotgun.
But it would have been great, though, if it had been the sales guy. I could have been like, you're back. Haha, you didn't ruin the recording this time. Yeah, you were 15 minutes early, asshole. Yeah. And then I'd have given him a real talking to, you know. I'd have razzed him real hard.
Yeah.
You didn't touch the grass when you came up the drive, did you?
Yeah, don't walk on the grass. Is it not another...
There are some things that are identifying that I am getting old, and that's one of them.
Stay off the grass?
The sales kid comes up to the door, and I razz him about not having a mask on. That's pretty shit.
I just had this other conversation with Megan the other day. I was like, do you remember when we used to walk around the neighborhood to ask for kids to play with?
Yeah. I mean, I was there for that, yeah.
Nobody does that.
Man, we had... how are we doing? We good
it's 15, so yeah.
We're good, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is your cat. I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, I think we should tie it up, though.
Okay.
But yeah, so we had like a whole squad of kids, and it was like every kid that was in our like age group, plus or minus 2, maybe 3 years. Mm-hmm. And every Saturday, I think, or every Sunday, we would get out, and I mean, we would have battles. And sometimes it was water guns. Sometimes it was Nerf guns. You can tell this was a middle-class neighborhood. Like, who's got all these expensive toys? I never had any of that shit. I never had the water gun or the Nerf gun or whatever, so I would just, like, throw rocks and...
Pebbles. They won't hurt that
sure,
much.
call it what you want. I was causing nosebleeds and orbital fractures.
Big word.
It's this part right here on the side of your cranium, skull, whatever.
Another one. That's two for two.
That's not a big word. All the words I know I learned from movies like Homeward Bound.
I thought...
I wouldn't even know what a porcupine was.
Until it was came time for Homeward Bound.
Right.
Up until that moment.
Yeah. So, anyway, Disney, thank you. That's where my
Is it a Disney movie?
It is.
Okay.
You didn't have the plastic.
I questioned you.
You didn't have the plastic case, the big fat. Okay.
Remember, I'm old.
I thought, well, shit, man. That's part of being old. You know about those big, stupid plastic.
Oh, the VHS stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I remember
Homeward
those.
Bound never made it to DVD, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. It had like the 2-inch the 2-inch plastic outside that you could grab. It's like, why are you wasting all this?
We collected those. I mean, we had like a whole, I'm serious, we had like a bookcase that was just nothing but those fat ass Disney VHS. I mean, it was art.
Yeah. And they looked...
Some people have libraries. We got Disney.
Well, they looked like you could drop them from an 8-story building and they would survive.
I don't know if you could do that with the VHS. A lot of moving parts. You ever taken one apart? Like the rewinder ate the tape?
That's a federal offense.
No, that's the mattress tag.
I thought it was VHS too. That's why they put that FBI shit at the beginning.
No, that's if you steal it. That's if you steal it.
Just kidding.
Okay, don't mess with me.
I just don't mess with this at all.
Too gullible. Yeah.
That's what that FBI thing means.
Yeah.
And I'm Italian, so the FBI thing really fucks me up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like there's my, Italian and American. Look, I still have the COVID vaccine.
Oh shit.
That's like a week old. It hasn't fallen off, and I don't want to.
What did they tell you to like leave it on there?
Yes, they said if you don't leave that on there, it will bleed out the transmitting device and.
Shut up. You need to take that damn thing off.
I know, but it's not falling off.
Ugh, that's gross.
Want to rip it off?
No, I'm not touching your gross little vaccine Band-Aid a week old. What kind of Ebola you got growing under there now?
It's cleaned.
What is? It's a week.
Twice a day, it's probably cleaned.
What do you mean? No.
I take a bath at night and take a shower in the morning.
Are you taking it off and then putting it back on?
No.
Okay.
No, I just don't want to.
What we need to Google, and I'm not worried about the vaccine. I'm worried about how long that Band-Aid's been on there.
For a week. Literally a week, about an hour ago.
We need to contact the good folks at Band-Aid and find out what the expiration is on a installed Band-Aid.
Abacus listeners, please do the math for me.
I don't know. Is that what it sounds like?
I don't know. I've never used one. It just sounds like a bunch of little beads running around a metal post.
Yeah, and I mean...
You don't have an abacus sound effect, Andrew?
Let me see.
Let's search.
I got to go back, and then I got to do
turn it up.
that. Oh, that's the good one.
That was when you found it.
I always miss that one.
There's the abacus.
We're not going to... I'm stopping this. We're not going to do this to the listeners. It's bullshit.
Every time.
Those sound effects are obsolete. I'm done with it. I like every time I press one of those buttons now, I get kind of grossed out. So
why?
They're just... It's repetitive. I can't.
Which is more gross? Those?
I'm okay with the intro.
This Band-Aid.
Okay, your Band-Aid ones. Like, which one would I lick? The button on my Roadcaster.
Which for sure. Is that your litmus test?
Yeah.
Which would I lick? That's how you do the math. Which is more gross? Which would I lick?
Well, how else do you judge gross? Right? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think that's different for every person.
God,
this is a poll.
I really think you and I could probably run this into the ground for like 8 hours. I think we could just keep it going.
Just rabbit trail.
All right. So here's the plan.
Yes.
Shit, now we are running out of time. Excuse me. No, we got to get to the comedy place. We have to be there no later than 8 o'clock or they'll sell our tickets.
Okay.
It's really only about 20 minutes away, but
We should go.
planner. So we're going to have to walk because we got to park the car somewhere.
Yes. So we have to
So
walk.
we should do that.
Okay.
And then if we come back, there will be a continuation. If not, then we should say good night to the Fort Worth Roots people.
If we say goodnight now and we say goodnight again, they just got a double goodnight.
That's right.
That's all right.
That's right. So here's the badass music that Matt Noveski,
Of Blue October.
your connection.
I love Matt. Matt's great.
He's an awesome guy, and I'll never be able to sleep at night if I don't get to hang out with him and do another recording.
Oh, yeah.
We should do me, you, and Matt.
Oh, God.
And
that would be good.
Maybe even another person.
Okay.
Or whatever.
We could make that happen.
Let's not put our bar too high. But anyway, we should do that at least.
Yeah.
Me, you, and Matt. That'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
Maybe we could get Jackie in on the mix.
That would be a crazy mix right there. I used to know a guy that lived right across from the studio. Oh, wait.
That was me. I was that guy. I know. That was the only downside to leaving Austin. I was right next to Orb Studio.
Yeah.
So
It's all right. It's only 3 hours away.
I'll make the drive. Oh, by the way, mobile podcast. It's happening. I've got some ideas. I'll tell you about them later. I'm not telling these people because I don't want to get their hopes up because, I mean, they're just plans at this point. But
I love
I'm doing it
you got all
again.
conniving. Yeah, exactly.
My pinky finger in my mouth. Okay, so this is the outro. I'm going to do it. Thank y'all for listening.
Yes.
And we're going to try to get back to you, but it might get crazy. I don't know. Lucas is a madman.
I am.
All right. Thank y'all for listening. We'll see you next time. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we'll be back. I don't know.
There will be a next time.
Well, there will be a next time.
It's just a matter of what. Oh, now we're recording audio.
Now we're recording.
Audio.
Yes,
No video.
just audio. We're using pictures right now because I look rough as shit. I haven't had a chance to primp and do the regular maintenance that goes into making me look so beautiful. We are joined now after our night of shenanigans,
Debauchery.
with Miss Morgan Moore. She's here with us. Say hi, Morgan.
Hey, guys.
I don't think I ever knew your last name. Why would I know your last name? Why would he be like, hey, this is my girlfriend, Morgan Moore?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess people don't introduce with last names typically.
Or they should just go for like serial killer introduction. Morgan Elizabeth Moore.
You know what?
If that was your middle name, that would be really cool. But
Well, people actually most of the time call me your girlfriend's name, Megan.
you could be a Megan.
Oh, but I
don't.
hate it.
Lucas?
I hate
Uh-oh.
it. I don't hate
Sorry.
Megans.
No, yeah.
But I hate being called Megan. It happens all the time. I'm not kidding. It happened just a week ago. But it happens even at the bank.
But they should know you.
Yes, they should. Because whenever I go to leave, they're like, okay, thank you, Megan. And I'll look out the window, you can see them. And I'm like, you mean Morgan, right? Because that's my account, not Megan. So it really makes me a little stressed. But yeah, it happens a lot.
I brought this up whenever you told me your girlfriend's name. I'm like,
Did you?
I did. I told you because
Damn
it's such
it.
a big thing.
It happens so much, so often.
If you two ever go out together, and she's a redhead, you're blonde. I mean, there's stark difference in hair color, obviously, and people. Duh. But if you get mistakenly called her, you're gonna be like, uh-oh.
Well, see, okay, whenever
I'm gonna go Karen on you.
when I meet Megans, I'll ask them, I'm like, hey, do you ever get called Morgan? Not one time do they say yes. Not one.
Yeah,
And then, but if I meet, if I meet a Morgan though, I'll say, do you ever get called Megan? They're like, yes, all the time. I'm like, you feel my pain. But yes, So it's just funny when he said that your girlfriend's name was Megan. I'm like, I won't forget that name.
And she gets Megan. And
What?
she hates that.
It's because of how she spells it, huh?
No,
No?
it's Megan.
What?
And she even will give me the side eye glare if I say it wrong. Because my Minnesota accent, I will try to, in my head, most people call her Meg. I don't call her Meg. I have a thing with like calling people by their names.
Yeah.
You know, my son, I call Alexander. That's his whole name. I don't call him Alex. Like I've called him Alex maybe twice in his life because I was trying to get it quick. Alex, you know, something like that. Not Alexander.
Yeah. Fewer syllables.
I don't call her Meg. But if I say Megan, like the month, Megan, oh my gosh, that little fiery redhead will bite me.
And that's just part of your accent, right?
Yes, and I'm like, I'm not doing it on purpose. She's like, you know, I've dealt with this my whole life.
I'm not trying to
My
spite you.
sister calls me Megan. My name is Megan. And I'm like, I don't hear the difference.
Yeah.
I do not hear the difference. Maybe I will now. That might really help, actually, if I do it that way. May is wrong.
Yeah.
May, you can say Meg.
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 Like Meg.
But I don't call her Meg.
What was...
Yeah, you got to add the G in there.
There was a terrible movie about a shark called The Meg.
The Megalodon?
No, that's a thing. That's an actual thing, right?
That is the shark.
Yeah, that
big
was the shark, but it was MEG on the front of the cover.
movie was Meg.
Oh.
But they just called it that.
Yeah.
But it was the Megalodon.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
The Megalodon? It was not Maglodon.
Maglodon? What? Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, so we went out last night. We left from here after doing a recording, and we went to a comedy show. What was the gentleman's name, the headliner? Jeff.
Jeff Dye?
Is that right?
I know it's 3 letters.
Or was it Rye? I thought I looked it up
Hold
for
on.
y'all.
Yeah,
or
there you go.
for you whenever. Hold on.
I've got the picture. We don't have the other 2 guys' names, though. Well, 2 people.
Didn't we take a picture with him?
With the Brooklyn guy? Or with Jeff?
With Jeff.
Yeah, it's on my phone.
Okay.
You got to send me your pictures. I'll send you mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
deal.
I was right.
He was a really
Jeff
cool dude,
Dye.
though.
It was Jai,
D-Y-E.
Yeah. He
Like-
was... Go ahead. Sorry, Andrew.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, whenever we were talking to him, like, he was very engaged. Like, he was there in the moment, you know? He wasn't just like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up? Okay, cool. Thanks for coming to the show.
There's the other people that y'all
Oh,
saw.
look at you.
Did we?
I know. I mean, I think so.
No.
That was
Wait.
the lineup.
No, that's
that
this
wasn't-
week's line, or this month.
Oh.
Yeah, those guys weren't there.
Oops.
I wonder if they have the other people on there.
Well, I don't know if I told you this, but we were really confused as to how the lineup was going to work because it looked like the way they had the ticket set up that it was going to be 30-minute sets.
Okay.
And we were in there for what, 2 hours, 3
but
hours?
guess not.
he talked a long time.
He really did.
Jeff took obviously the most time.
Yeah.
But we had Emily to begin with, and then we had Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
Queens, New York, macho mook guy. And
Yeah.
that was his word, not mine. That was fucking his word. That shit was funny.
Where are you
Anyway.
going? Where do you think you're going?
I'm picking
What's
Brenda up.
happening here?
Back to last night.
Yeah, yeah. So we didn't do anything terribly exciting. Nobody got arrested, anything like that. But we did some drinking. And when I say we, I mean I and our buddy Ryan that we ran into, who's in the pictures that I'd be showing right now.
Yeah, and not like I can't drink.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't drink. And whatever. But I drove.
Yeah.
So it worked out
No,
really
it worked
well.
out great, and you
It-
probably saved us.
You did save us because I didn't have to come get y'all.
There's that, but yeah, like I mean, if we'd been Ubering all over town, we were talking about it before we left, and time was the deciding factor. Like we didn't have time to wait on an Uber at the end there, but
Oh, yeah, that's right.
to go to the show.
That's
But,
right.
Yeah, so we just jumped in the car. And
It was
went.
not difficult at all. So I was like, I don't know why we would have Ubered, but whatever.
Yeah, well, it adds up so fast too. Like I think it would have been 30 minutes
Well,
or $30 to get down there and $30
No,
to get back.
it'd be about because going to the stockyards is only 16-ish.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's probably, and we're about in the middle, so it probably would have been the same. But if you weren't drinking, it makes sense to
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
take an Uber
Yep.
just because of money and the parking's free on the weekend.
We didn't know that. Oh, wait, maybe you knew that? I didn't know
I didn't know that
Neither did
until
Ryan.
we rolled up and the arm opened up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried pressing the ticket and about 14 times, and there was no ticket, and then didn't notice that the arm had lifted.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so tricky downtown. They have some places like on the street you still have to park and pay. in some areas, and then parking lots you have to pay. But 2 of the parking garages on the weekend you don't have to. But
Okay.
then when you go down to like the 7th Street area, you have to pay everywhere.
Okay. And you can't walk from where we were to 7th Street.
I mean,
That'd
you
be
could,
a bit of a
but it's a
walk.
hike.
That'd be a hell
Yeah.
of a walk. That's like 2 miles, 3 miles.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying
you wouldn't
walk
want
that.
to.
I bet it's
No.
every bit of 3 miles.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
park downtown, I didn't ever think about this. I guess we could park downtown and then Uber to 7th,
That's a good idea.
just so you don't have to park to pay.
Yeah, but how much are you spending on Uber now? Because that's
It might
that's
be
at
like
least
$6.
$6.
It's probably $6.
2 ways. So you're spending $12. Are you spending $12 to park?
Well, I don't know.
Something like that.
$4 for 3 hours. I don't know. I would have to go back
okay.
and look. It probably evens itself out.
So we went to Hyenas, which is the one of 2 comedy clubs in downtown Fort Worth, and saw Jeff Dye. And then you kind of were going through the list of people there, but they're not on the website, are they?
No. But the other guy has a podcast. So we got...
Which we need to find.
It was like Esposito or something.
Uh-huh.
He has a Dominican...
I wonder if they're traveling. They must be. They're traveling with Jeff, right?
Maybe, but what's her name? Emily was from Dallas.
Yeah.
Because she said that right to begin with.
Oh, yeah, Emily.
And Emily was... So I haven't gone to a lot of small comedy shows like that. And the one I can remember... God, it's got to be 20 years ago, man.
Yeah.
There was like one person that came out for like 5 minutes and then introduced some huge name who's not huge anymore. And then like that was it.
Yeah.
So they were almost like not even a warm-up. They were just like a MC intro kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this thing was like a way different layout. And I'm expecting these first 2 people to be like subpar. We're going to get some groans. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But they were
It was
amazing.
great. No, it was.
They were great.
And I've been to Hyenas once before, and it was not that good. It was just the lineup, I think. But even though the AC was out, and, you know, I don't think...
Oh, I forgot
I
that.
didn't think we didn't have a terrible spot. But,
No.
I mean, it wasn't... nothing about last night was perfect, but the comedy was so good that everything else was just kind of negligible.
You know, and the takeaway from me, what you just said with regards to the comedy, and I said this to Jeff, I said, thanks for keeping it alive.
Yeah.
That dude didn't hold any punches.
No,
And-
he did not. His comedy would not work in some areas.
Oh, totally not.
I mean, there was even some woke people in the audience that were kind of...
With the lady that he said was going to get up and leave. Did you see them 2 talking after the show?
No.
The 2 of them were talking. Yeah. And I overheard, because I'd usually try not to listen to conversations just because I don't want to be rude.
Right.
And I'm really kind of absent-minded, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So,
What do you mean?
like, I can't pay attention to too many things. I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to focus on.
Right.
Get a little, it's not ADD, but I have to tunnel, or I will. Either my periphery is like this, or my periphery is like this, and
Yeah.
I get way overwhelmed.
Yeah,
So
I get
anyway,
it.
especially in public spaces. So I did hear him say to her, nothing personal. It was just my stage presence, and it was a great bit to run with. And she was laughing. She was laughing at him at that moment. She took her picture with him, and
great.
she was laughing
That's
the whole
great.
show. She never got up and left. However, the table behind us left.
I heard them.
Did you heard the guy's comment?
And I can't remember what the joke was that he said, but the guy went, okay, he lost me right
It was
there.
a BLM. It was a BLM.
Oh,
joke.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And not Bureau of Land Management joke. It was a Black Lives Matter.
Are you
joke.
watching Yellowstone?
No.
Okay.
Have
No.
you ever seen it?
Because they come out in
Yes.
these vests and it says BLM on them, and I'm like, now I vaguely remember that there was an organization that had the same 3 letters, but what is this? And it took me a minute, and I figured, oh yeah, Bureau of Land
Great
Management.
show on HBO made that joke, and it's like this kind of weird show, but it was this older lady who's at a hotel, and she meets a guy, and they're both there, and he says, "Oh, I'm here with BLM," and he's an older, like maybe
White guy.
50s, 60s white guy, and she doesn't ask or anything, and she's the same age. And then when she's describing him to her friend who works at the hotel, who's a black lady in Hawaii, and he's with the Black Lives Matter movement, and he's such a great guy. And Megan and I are watching this, and we're like, that motherfucker ain't with Black Lives Matter. What? This is going to be a great bit. And then, of course, it comes out like later on in the episode where she's like asking him about it. They go out to dinner, and he's like, Bureau of Land Management. I live in Colorado. Like, no, we're not part of that. So anyway,
You got to watch that show though.
Yellowstone. Dude, we watched the first 2 seasons. We need to watch 3 because people have said 3 is really good.
It's the best one.
Okay.
I think it's the best one.
So far, I would think so.
Yeah.
It is because it has a good ending.
Well,
A good cliffhanger, should I say.
yeah.
Okay, so there's a 4.
Yeah, it comes out, I think,
damn well
at the
better
very
be.
beginning of November. It was supposed to come out in July, but then they changed it.
Okay.
And it's now going to be November, I think November 11th or 12th, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason, there was not a 4th season. I'm going to start a riot. Like, there will be fighting in the streets. The way they left it open at the end, like, man, it really does. If I'm going to invest the time to watch your show, give me some closure, right?
Yeah.
I spent, I don't know how many seasons Lost went.
Oh,
But
dude, I couldn't do that.
I'll never stop bitching about that show.
The way it ended was...
Yeah.
I was upset. I'm still upset. I'm still bitching about it.
I almost didn't watch. This is totally going down that rabbit hole again, but I almost didn't watch Game of Thrones because of everybody complaining about it.
Yeah, and
So-
we've only made it to season 5. And
yeah,
we
we
just
haven't
dropped
finished it.
You dropped it?
We got involved with so many different shows, and every time we try to pick it up now, it's like
Wait, I don't. How many seasons are there?
6, 7.
You only have the last season left?
No, there's 8 seasons.
You know
Oh.
what? I got
Use
this
your
handy dandy phone.
Yeah, use that phone
me
there.
We got these little contraptions.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how fast you can just pick up, like, oh, I have the answer. And before they're like, I don't know, we'll have to phone a friend.
Yes.
And
phone
literally,
a friend.
literally phone a friend.
Do you think when they did phone a friend and you were on that show and you told the person, hey, you're my phone a friend, that dipstick, whoever the phone a friend was, just sat
They
at
had
the
to have.
phone?
They had to have been waiting. Like you have a time frame. Like
Yeah.
10 to 2. I don't know.
'cause
Don't leave your
10
house.
out of 10 times they got the person they were trying to call.
Exactly. They never called and never got the person.
Right.
You know,
it would
I'm like,
ring like 3 times and they'd pick up.
I always
3
wanted to
times at
see
most.
no one answer. And then, what's his
Haha,
face?
you wasted
Regis.
your phone a friend?
Yeah, to be like, well.
Yeah, but didn't you got to like call one more person. By the way, there's 8 seasons
oh,
of
shit.
Game
Okay.
of Thrones.
So you got
73
You got
episodes.
3 more to go.
6, 7, 8. Dude, I don't know how you
Oh,
stopped
4.
at
4, we got
5.
4.
We'll pick
Man.
it back up. Will that make you happy?
Yes.
Okay.
It will. Because otherwise I feel like I can't I can't talk about the show.
We
and I'm
can't
gonna
get
drop
past it.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you miss the spoilers? I don't know how
Well,
I missed the
we didn't
spoilers.
watch it when it was out
Me neither.
because
Yeah.
Andrew wanted to wait until everything was done and then watch it. And even then, we still waited.
I do that with a lot of shows. Like I went until season 4 or 5 with Walking Dead before I even started it.
Well, that shit's gonna be going on till 2050.
Walking Dead is
Yes.
still going?
Yes.
Yeah, we
making
just
it
stopped.
Just
we
got-
just stopped watching it.
Yeah, new episodes on Netflix, and Megan and I are like, "How's there new episodes?"
Yeah,
what?
Like,
Huh?
isn't everyone dead already?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Or they lost an eye, or
we learned that after season 1 that everybody's kind of dead, right?
yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, but the main characters are still alive.
yeah.
Air
Well, one of
quotes.
them's gone. We know the big one's gone.
Yeah, there's a couple that are. Well, for people that haven't seen it, we don't want
Oh,
to.
spoiler alert.
They've had enough time to know that Andrew Lincoln left the show, right?
Was that the main character?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then
I
what's the
can't
point
do
of
his-
even watching it?
I know.
I hate it when shows or movies, for example, they change the characters. Why?
Well, excuse me. I don't know why I turned that down. I'm going to
I
have
don't
to cut
want to
that
just use the mute button.
There should be, okay, great. He's so much better at this machine than I am. He's
Do you
right.
want to just switch seats?
He's right. I just, yeah, it's a good point.
No, shut up.
So Vikings.
I didn't watch it.
Did you ever watch Vikings?
No.
Okay, so it's just a great show. 5 minutes. We got the 5-minute light on.
I'm just letting. Yeah, I have the light.
We were
'cause
supposed to
we
wrap
gotta go
this
to
up.
the
I know.
light.
Poor Morgan is being very patient.
Yes, very patient.
Because I know we still have a stop to make.
I really wanted to do this morning.
It's
so
fine.
I wrangled everybody.
We've squirrel
almost,
momented a lot.
almost at gunpoint. That's what this is. Whenever me and Lucas sit down, it's just
It literally
squirrel
yes.
trail off of a squirrel trail, off of a rabbit trail, off of a.
We can
it just
usually
keeps
connect
going.
them back, but it is a lot of squirrel rabbit trail hunting.
So Vikings.
That's the best ones though, because that's the kind of conversations I like to have.
That's what.
okay.
That's where my brain is most of the time.
And I have
Bowl
a
of
clinical
spaghetti.
condition that makes it impossible for me to stay on track. So
Luckily, I roll with
ADHD,
it.
So
Yeah,
know?
well, you
Yeah.
could take medicine for that if you want.
What?
You could
Is
take
that what you
medicine
want?
for-
You want me medicated?
No, I'm just saying you could. I didn't say you had to.
You want me medicated?
You got to keep him medicated.
Gotta keep him medicated. No.
Where were we at?
I was talking about Vikings and how it's an
Yes.
incredible show. But anyway, Ragna, the main character, and this is like season 4 or 5. It kind of happened early in the show, I feel like. They killed him off.
Uh-oh.
And after that, I just quit watching the show. I tried to keep the interest, but once the main character was gone, and maybe that's why we quit watching Walking Dead, because Rick had gotten
Rick. That's his name.
Yeah.
What was the kid's name?
Carl.
Carl.
That's the voice I was
Yeah.
trying to do. Carl. I can't do it at all.
Yeah, the meat bun. Sorry.
I love it now that she's correcting him. I love it.
What have you done to me, sir?
So yes, that was the comment. We're going all the way back. I remember. That was the comment because we got to finish up last night. That
Yeah.
was the comment. And I heard the guy say that too. And I was like, that's the comment?
Hold on, what?
That got him to get up and leave. That table.
Oh, the BLM
There was like,
thing. Yeah.
it was like 3 white guys.
Well,
I mean,
anyway, it's a comedy show.
I'm not trying to politicize it.
No, but there's going to be offensive shit. He said stuff that made me uncomfortable, but you don't get up and leave. You paid to go there. And
I feel like when you buy a ticket to go see a comedy show, you're signing, when you say submit or you give money at the ticket booth, you're saying, I'm open. I'm fine with whatever is going to be thrown my direction. You should not get offensive. You shouldn't take offense to it because, I mean, I get people do, but it's a comedy show.
Yeah.
You paid to go there.
some of the best jokes are the ones that make you feel uncomfortable.
Correct.
A little bit, you know.
I mean,
and inspire conversations.
Yeah, it amazes me when people do get upset. I'm like, you understand you paid for this, right?
yeah. Is this
You
the
paid to
first?
come
Is
here.
this the first time
Yeah.
you went to a good
Have you
comedy
never?
show?
Well, not even a good one, but is this the first time you've ever been to a comedy show in general?
Yeah.
It just happens. You can't control what comes out of someone else's mouth.
Yeah.
And the thing I thought too when the guy left is you weren't paying attention. When he got up and left, not you weren't, but the guy was not paying attention because his whole point, oh my God, Jeff,
Yeah.
Jeff Dye's whole point was BLM, not my jurisdiction.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what the joke was. The whole
Not my
bit
jurisdiction.
was about,
Yeah.
and he started off with the Taliban.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't really want to get political, but like in right now, and he flat out said, I'm laughing because it's so horrible, but then it's like I can kind of relate. He's like, this whole thing in Afghanistan, I don't care. Not my jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And then he just kept going with it into different areas.
Yeah,
And
just
I'm like,
you didn't care.
It's a really
kinda
good
get
point
it.
because I mean, more people should operate like that. Like, why are you so opinionated on this one topic? You know what? Maybe you know a lot about it, maybe you don't. But
Yes.
your
This is why people are opinionated. It's their
In-
phones because you can have a
Exactly.
voice online, but yet you don't have to stand up for it in front of anyone.
yeah. And you
Because-
can get 72 likes on
Oh
a
yeah.
post.
Oh man,
about-
how about like 200? Oh, let's boost it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? I'm glad they left because that room was hot as shit, and maybe it dropped the ambient temperature in that room by a tenth of a degree.
Well,
hopefully.
the guy, remember when you asked me what I was looking at? Because I kept looking over my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
He was complaining to the waitress about you two talking.
Oh really?
Yeah, about you and Ryan. And
Oh,
he's like,
shit.
and I can't hear. Will you tell these guys to not talk so much? And I'm like,
Half of me talking was telling Ryan to be quiet.
Ryan, yeah, sorry.
I was like,
Yes.
man, you gotta.
He was
'cause-
loud.
Yeah, that's Ryan.
He wanted you to be quiet, like people want everyone to be quiet at the bingo hall.
No, and I get it. And
Yeah, you're not supposed to talk at a bingo hall while you're playing.
That the guy that was
Little shushy.
complaining about us talking was in the right. Nobody should have been talking that loud. And,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, half of me talking to Ryan. Excuse me, Jesus. Half of me talking to Ryan was trying to get him to shut up.
Fair enough.
Well, Ryan's gonna be listening to this. We love you, buddy. Thank you.
No, it's
So, thank you for going out with us. That was
Ryan
great.
hadn't seen you in 10 years, so I was like,
Well,
he's
we-
trying to catch up. so.
Yeah, this is the second time we've gotten to hang out, and but yeah, just
Twice in
kinda
10
catching up.
years.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Okay.
No, y'all can
gotta-
keep talking. I'm just
Are
going
you-
to sign off so I
Is,
can go get
is that what
ready.
you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all are fine.
okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right. Oh,
He muted you, wrong person.
I turned I turned the wrong person down. Well, you're gonna set that down, so I cut the audio.
Yeah, he wasn't doing anything.
Malicious.
Don't take offense. Because the worst thing anybody can be is offensive. No, I'm not even touching on that. Oh, God. Never mind.
Well,
Hey, you do... Oh, yeah. I like it.
so
Great radio. Pointing to the Morgan's tattoo.
Without describing it.
No. Yeah, I know.
So I did no homework whenever it came to choosing our comedian last night. I just picked tickets and said we're going to a comedy show. I had no expectations, but I like that dude a lot now.
I totally loved it.
I'm a Ryan Dye fan. Or, excuse me, Jeff Dye. Oh, Jesus. Where'd that come
just
from?
relate them.
Yeah.
Because you got Ryan on the brain and his.
Right,
yeah,
right.
You got half the intermingling there.
There's two sides of my brain. There's the Ryan side and the Jeff side. And
right now?
one makes me artistic and the other one helps me accomplish tasks.
Oh,
okay. Two sides of my brain. The Ryan and the Jeff side.
How does that make you feel, Andrew?
I'm feeling better. But this morning when I woke up, I was like, holy shit, I drank too much last night. But whenever you start buying each other shots, that's what happens.
We planned ahead. So we had fun responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were responsible. Now, my go-to is always Uber. I don't really plan because in Fort Worth, to get an Uber is not very difficult.
No.
There are some cities where it's almost impossible to get an Uber.
You reminded me of my Uber days driving down there. When I left there at night, I was like, oh, I remember this. I didn't do a lot over here, but when I got over here, you stay over here.
Right, you get stuck.
Yeah, especially at night, and you end up running people back up, to Weatherford or I don't know, any of those mid cities.
Yeah,
is that what they're called? Mid cities.
Yeah, mid cities.
Yeah,
but for those listeners that don't know this already, Lucas and I both spent some time Uber driving. And that is its own podcast entirely, right? Don't you?
I did it.
How many episodes?
I don't even know.
Is it still published?
They're still available.
Yeah.
Ride with me, drive with me. Yeah, it was fun. It was just
ride with me, drive with me. Yep. I have never looked for it.
It's on there.
Yeah.
I still pay for it. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, really? $9 a month or
$15?
Oh,
with Simplecast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still have the 3 shows, and I haven't updated with Andrew or Andy. You're Andrew. In my head.
Yeah, how's he doing? How's Andy?
He's good. Yeah, I don't check in with him enough. I mean, they've been down a couple times since they moved. They were down for Megan's birthday in March, and then I checked in with him maybe 2 months ago when Megan was out of town, and I went and had a cigar with Jeff, friend, and then that was it. But yeah, he's doing good. From what I know, I need to check in with him more.
Are y'all planning on doing anything else with Horrorful?
We ran into a snafu with the remote stuff, and then he had some problems with the mic, and we just kind of lost it. I think we just both lost track of it. Mm-hmm. I would probably do it again. It was fun.
It was
fucking around with him.
I'm just a podcast nerd, but I enjoyed those episodes y'all did.
He's a goof,
discussing different topics, different movies.
The guy makes me laugh. He was on. What am I saying? Remember you came to his place? Yeah.
I can't remember which episode, but it's the Lucas and Andy episode. Yeah. Which I don't think anybody listened to.
Cigarizard. Follow Cigarizard.
What is that?
That's his Instagram thing.
Oh, okay.
Because he's a big cigar guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he going to start a cigar podcast?
I don't think so. Is there such a thing? There's gotta be.
Oh, there is. Absolutely. There's somebody that owns a cigar shop that's like, I'm going to do a cigar podcast.
You know the weirdest one I saw? And this was years ago, and I'm sure there's weirder still since. There's a podcast, there's a whole realm of podcasts about pens. The writing utensil. You know that pens can be like 6-figure? You can have 6-figure pens?
No, I did not.
Who would pay?
Well, I guess if you can pay $100,000 for a piece of paper that gets framed and put on a wall, then why can't you have a $100,000 pen?
I don't know. There's a whole community. I don't understand. I've never gotten into it.
I can't remember. I think this was a skit that somebody did, or a bit rather. But they were talking about the Russians' solution to writing with a pen in space. Like the U.S. government spent $1 million trying to figure out how to get a ballpoint pen to write in zero gravity. And the Russian solution to this: use a pencil.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Just go for simple, right? Like why are you making this?
Yeah. Don't overcomplicate it.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. they've got some strong things I appreciate about them.
I have a lot of respect for many things Russian, and there's I probably 6 months I spent in Virginia, 4.5 to 6 months I was living in Virginia, going through helicopter school.
Oh, okay.
Helicopter doctor school. Yeah, it's a mechanic. Anyway, so I was up there doing that, and I had a roommate, and he was Russian, and I don't think that, and we never talked about this. We never went in depth with it, but it felt like he was kind of embarrassed that he was Russian. It felt that way because he never wanted to talk about it or tell me. We never talked about him coming to the U.S. or how that happened or any of that. So it was just like a non-touchable subject that we just never approached. So I took from that he was shy about it, embarrassed about it, or something. He just didn't want to talk about it.
Not as forthcoming.
Which I thought was so weird because I was fascinated with it. But I also didn't want to overstep, so I never brought it up or tried to steer clear of it. But he had an accent that was undetectable until he started getting excited. Whenever he stopped trying to hide it, it would come out full blast, and it's like, whoa, there it is, you know?
When he's drinking the vodka? That's bad. That's maybe bad.
Probably terrible. But no, and I don't think that he would probably drink vodka in front of somebody because it was stereotypical, right?
That would be very stereotypical.
Right.
Yeah. Because if he said it vodka,
oh yeah,
then it'd be even
game over, man.
I just had to get it back in there.
You did good.
Vodka?
Brought it back.
Is that how they say it? Megan can do a good Russian accent too. Should we get her on the phone? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, we did that.
we didn't get her on the phone.
No, we did, didn't we?
No, she didn't call. She left me the voice thing doing the Michael Caine.
Right.
Which she still does all the time.
You know, we were talking about this last night, but I lost the original recording.
Temporarily?
Don't spoil it.
Oh, shit.
What was that, the third episode we did together? Or the fourth?
I
don't know. I can't keep up either. But anyway, that was part of the one I lost was with Megan on there. So anyway, I've got to delete the shit recording, put the right one in there, and then that'll just be that. And
then you won't have the whole intro of you won't need the whole intro of, well, you might have to redo your intro then.
Oh, absolutely have to redo the intro because on that episode, I spend like a good 2 minutes apologizing for me being a total idiot. I don't know how to screw this stuff up. Like now, this time we intentionally left the camera off because we wanted...
Because we have bedheads, man.
I almost called her Megan. Sorry.
God.
Sorry,
Where is
honey.
she?
Sorry. We wanted Morgan to join us.
That's not your fault. I've just said Megan you've 3 times in the last
Megan
2 minutes.
in my head, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've had to be very careful.
You got the little redhead in your brain now, too?
Yeah, we need to I need another headset. I know you've got one that you could bring, but we should all just have a Megan, Morgan, Lucas, Andrew episode.
We would fuck up their names.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
We just call them red and blonde.
Red and white?
Red and white.
Her hair's not white. That's not right.
Platinum blonde.
Well, we can't go red and platinum.
It's not quite platinum, though, is it?
You can call her Reg. I don't think she'd care.
She'd probably be okay with that, right?
Yeah, she doesn't care. She's very proud of her hair.
Yeah, it should be.
Beautiful.
Should be.
Yeah. She's quite proud of her hair.
Yeah.
And she is... That sounds really bad to say on its face. I was going to...
What?
You know what I was going to say.
No, I lost it.
I was going to say, and she is a true redhead.
Yeah.
That sounds really bad. She is a true redhead to the sense of, the fiery.
Yeah. She's probably proud of that, too.
I think so.
Yeah. I think most redheads are. Hey, I'm a redhead. So you know what that means. Don't mess with me.
Literally.
I'll go full redhead on you.
Her. Yeah. Andy's the cool redhead. Andy is the odd redhead that's really chill, easygoing.
Well, I don't think it works the same for males. I don't think males get to be the fiery redhead.
You don't get away with it.
That's a female thing.
You get locked up.
Oh yeah.
If you're a fiery male redhead, no. Look at Bill Burr.
Oh,
that's a classic
Bill
example.
Burr's his own thing entirely. That's not even that he's a redhead. That's that he's from, where's he from?
Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
He's a Bostonite.
Yeah.
A Bostonian.
Bostonian.
I'm really bad at that. I don't know.
I can't do a Boston accent, man.
No, I mean trying to remember what people call themselves, the tribal version of the town that they're from.
Oh, yeah, because you got this one wrong.
Fort Worth tonight.
Fort Worthian?
Fort Worthian.
Who makes these rules? How do you determine what they are?
I used to know. I've forgotten.
You're a Dallasite? Because Dallasinian doesn't make any sense.
Well, it won't matter.
Dallas. Oh, listen to you.
I don't go to Dallas very often.
That's where I work.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
when are you going to make the jump over to Fort Worth?
If they moved the office,
you can't go remote?
Not easily. No. I mean, we did during quarantine for a little bit, and then during the winter storm. But
I'm really surprised.
They don't want us to be.
I'm surprised by how many companies haven't made the switch to remote. Like after that, like, okay, we know that we can do this. We have the technical capability to work remotely. And apparently it saves the companies money to do that. And I really don't understand the logistics of how that's possible, how that would save the money. I mean, you don't have to have a physical space.
Yeah.
So you're saving on rent and electric and maybe some insurance and whatever. But I mean, if you've already got the space, already and you're not bringing people in, how does it save you money at that point?
If you're already spending the money on the space, for sure. I mean, you're not spending the overhead continually on, like you're saying, maybe property insurance or general maintenance, janitorial service, electricity, those types of things.
The rent would be the big one.
Rent would be
rent and the insurance.
90% of it. Yeah. But did you hear the big one within the last three weeks over in Dallas? Chase.
What happened?
Chase declared, that's a pretty good word for it, that all of their employees are now going to remain remote.
Really?
Chase has a huge presence in downtown Dallas.
So now, is that just with their corporate office? You're not talking about their actual banks, right?
Yeah. They'll have the banks and stuff, but their corporate office, their Dallas office, the corporate office there is the building with the hole.
Oh,
in it, the square hole that lights up blue most of the time.
And is that?
That's the Chase building. It's called the Chase building. So I there's probably other offices in there. There's got to be. I don't think they took up that whole thing. But yeah, you're not coming back. You are permanently. And I want to say they even got a raise with that. Nice. Like they said,
stay home and oh, by the way, you get a raise.
Exactly.
Nice.
So not only do you not get to spend the money and the time in traffic, driving, all those types of things, you now get more money to be at home.
When we started talking about working remotely with the whole coronavirus thing, it's like, oh, hey, that's the solution to all this congestion with traffic. If you take the need for people to drive to work away and they're working remotely, now how much traffic did you just alleviate? Because it's a real issue. Like they cannot build these roadways fast enough to accommodate the expansion in population. So what is the solution? Well, take some people off the roads. Mm-hmm. Let people work remotely. And but anyway, so I'm just surprised that more companies didn't really get on with that. But maybe it's just going to take time, or I don't know.
I think there's a lot more than maybe you think or realize. Just from the news articles I've seen and read, that there are a lot of companies that didn't come back, or they came back part-time or whatnot. Just people I know too. Mm-hmm. Just right here in town.
Yeah.
Right here in town.
It's okay.
What the hell was that?
Embrace it. How long have you been in Texas now? Get a little.
Did I say it country-ish?
Well, I mean, you're making fun of yourself as if you did. I didn't hear it, but
no, it sounds like nobody says town for a city of fucking 9 million, or whatever.
It's not 9 million.
It's got to be close.
Really?
The whole Metroplex. I had heard it was something like that.
I thought it was like 2.2 million.
Oh gosh, no. That's Minneapolis.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of just Fort Worth.
You could be.
Huh.
Yeah, that would seem better. That would be a better guesstimate.
Make more sense. Yeah.
That'd be a better guesstimation over there, Andrew.
Well, the Fort Worth is tricky because you've got Fort Worth proper, right, which is like the obvious portions, and then you've got River Oaks and Saginaw and all these different little. Well, Saginaw wouldn't. What the hell?
It might.
Saginaw would count.
Yeah, anything in Tarrant County.
Yeah, and Hamilton and all these other little sub communities, but a lot of them, like, unless you're. I think they're all Fort Worth addresses. Like, this is White Settlement School District and all that. But this is Fort Worth address.
Which literally, it's called White Settlement. We're not even shitting you.
Yeah.
I'm like, how long is it before that name gets canceled?
Well, they're already working on it.
Yeah.
Like, there's been so much talk about, well, we need to change the name of it, and it's not. It's somebody's name is white.
The actual history behind it. That's where it came from. But it just looks awful on its face.
Yeah. If you're looking for something to be mad about, or if you're trying to pick another thing to show people how woke you are, I can see how. Yeah, but it's just someone's name. It doesn't mean anything. But people are like, oh, that sounds white
must be
settlement.
Racist.
That's where white people settle.
The very first, I'm guilty of this because the very first time I saw this city name on a map was driving with Uber.
Yeah.
I drove Casey Donahue, the country star.
We talked about this the first time
Did
we recorded.
Fuck.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine.
Repeating my stories. But yeah, I drove him home and saw this on there, and I'm like, what the hell? Because that's my thought. I'm like,
well, yeah.
What is up with that? And then looked it up, and I was like, oh, okay, well, no big deal.
Well, and
people have that name.
And my reaction was, oh, that's going to get somebody in trouble, or that's going to be a topic that won't be easily let go, or I bet that gets changed. Not because I thought it was offensive or anything, but because the climate that we live in, white is bad. White, straight, male. I mean,
you just named it.
Pick. Those are the three worst things you could possibly be on the planet right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
but the worst part is the people in that genre are somewhat making it that way.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it should or shouldn't be that way.
No.
It's a little ridiculous, but we'll get through it. And I
that's you and I.
Yeah.
That is us. We will admit, and I will raise my hand to being a part of that group. But I don't think I'm guilty of being whatever.
Yeah.
Separate.
It's a stupid ass thing that I can't believe we're even having to talk about. I'm not saying, oh, woe is me for being a straight white male.
No. Yeah. See, that's what we're not doing. We're not doing that.
Right.
Some people might. I don't know.
But it is. I mean, it's worth noting that it's a thing. Like, oh, that's strange. That the combination of things is, a problem for people.
Yeah. I didn't have any control over any of that.
Did we all just wake up this morning and I mean, what did I do? Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I am just a white male. Yeah. I just woke up like that. I didn't mean to. Sorry.
What is it called? Immutable traits? Yeah, immutable traits. Things I have no. I mean, if I could pick, I would be taller.
Yeah,
I would change that.
I don't know if I would.
You wouldn't be taller?
I really feel like 5'7" is like the perfect height.
I got called yesterday. So one of the law clerks at work is like 6'6". He's huge.
Yeah,
he's a big dude.
Yeah,
but for somebody who can't see me just listening now, I'm like, I might be 5'4".
Really?
Like I might be 5'4".
Yeah.
And when I told him how tall I was, because I said everybody's taller than me. I don't know what we were talking about, and he goes, "Well, how tall are you?" And I said, "Well, I might be 5'4". And he goes, "I thought you were just a small 5'7". And I'm like, I'm going to use that.
Nice.
I'm going to use that now. I'm going to say I'm a small 5'7".
I've told people for years that I'm much taller than I look.
But you've got the broadness. Yes, I totally get you. You've got the broadness, which makes you appear bigger than you are.
That is the most elegant way I've ever heard somebody call someone fat.
It's not fat. You're thick, man. You're swole. You're swole.
I was just messing with you. But I think I've shrunk because at one point in my life I measured at 5'8", and I'm serious. So like, we were cleaning out my Austin apartment, and there was I've got like a 1,000-foot measurer from my brief roofing days. Anyway, and I was like, "Will you measure me real quick?" Because I was at the doctor, and they measured me, and it was like 5'8", 5'9". I was like, I know I'm not that tall. Okay, well, that's all the time. Lucas, this has been a blast.
Your story is going to have to wait
until next time. Yeah, we're
going to hold on to the measurement story. We're going to keep you in suspense.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been a blast, my friend.
Dude, we should make a thing out of this.
Yeah, I think we kind of have.
We can, but I mean, we can go bigger next time.
Okay.
Involve more people.
The M&Ms?
The M&Ms.
We should do the M&Ms.
What are you talking? Oh yeah. Megan and Morgan.
Yeah.
We pretty much put ourselves on trial, or
Megan Morg. We can't call her Morg. Oh God.
We just put the noose around our neck before the show starts.
Whoa. Yeah.
We're gonna be hanging ourselves because somebody's gonna fuck that up. All right, Fort Worth Roots. Hold on a second. I gotta do the.
What are you doing?
Oh yeah. So there's this
Okay.
now. All right. See you later, Fort Worth Roots.
Ciao.
Thanks for listening, Lucas. You're the
Till
best.
next time.
Which will be soon.
Yes.
Very soon.
Yes, sir. All right. Look at that. Push it up. Push it up.
Awesome. What'd you guys think? I don't know. It's a weird idea. Sounded good in my head. Splitting it up into 2 parts like that. You guys can leave me feedback anytime you want. I'd love it. Media@fortworthroots.com is the email. Website, of course, is fortworthroots.com. And yeah, you can send me an MP3 format, voicemail, just recorded there off your phone, or you can shoot me an email if you just want to text it to me, because if you're like me, you hate hearing the sound of your own voice in a recording. But anyway, I'd love to hear from you guys. You're not required to. It would just really make my day. Media@fortworthroots.com. Just an email. That's all it is. Yeah, we had a lot of fun making this episode, obviously. I mean, in the middle of the episode, we get to go see a comedy show at Hyenas in downtown Fort Worth. If y'all haven't checked that place out, it's cool. Go check it out. Good comedy, great comedians. Had the chance to talk to a couple of them. And we've actually been back since. So anyway, check it out. Let's see. Next week, Richard Keller is a local musician, local DFW musician, and I'm really excited to get this one out to you. The guy was just awesome to have around. Very light conversation, easy to talk to, and he's up to some cool stuff. He's got a lot of stuff coming up in the near future that I don't have wrote down in front of me, but I'll tell you about it next week. Thank y'all for being here, and I'm going to stop talking. That's it. Peace.